Okay, I'm preparing the broadcasting on live. Okay, so we're online right now. Very good, excellent, perfect. All right, so new faces, very good, excellent. So Patty, Marta, and Kareli, and that's it. Welcome to the to the first meeting, to the first class in 2021. How's the year treating you? How's the new year treating you?
We are starting really great, I think so. Let's see what happened during the year. I don't know.
Yeah, so 2020 was kind of bizarre, but now 2021 it looks pretty much cool. I believe.
Yes, I believe the same.
So it's going to be cool. All righty. So new faces. We have Grace. Juliet. She's no mamba. She works for me now, and she's in the group. Nancy Jacobo. Hello. And Ivan. How you doing, Ivan?
Hello there.
Very good, excellent. Hey, Rosario. Long time no see.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to say that, but I'm like, I don't know, kind of excited about 2021, but we'll see.
I'm not.
You're not?
Like no expectations whatsoever, you know?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But hold on a second. I have a TOEFL course that okay. So anyways, Alberto Zúñiga, welcome. Anaí.
Hey, hi.
Thank you.
Andrea, so if everyone can turn your cameras on, that will be cool. And let me hold on a second. I really hold on a second. I just really don't know how people. Have you seen people not paying attention to signs? I've sent the same information like 3 times, and they still ask for the information. Okay. All right. Perfect. Gaby Iturbide, how you doing? Welcome to the class. We can see your.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Very good. Excellent.
It's a pleasure to you.
Pressure is all mine.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, Steven, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Excellent. Chema, how you doing? Who's Lanix? Nobody? Okay. Manifest by the power of Christ. No. Who's Alondra? Alondra, welcome. Of of course. And yes, Alondra, how you doing? Very good. Okay, new faces, very cool. Ah, my Lord in heaven. Wait a second, eh? Soy yo, Miss, soy yo. Estoy reportando el link. Okay. All right. Cindy, how you doing?
Hi, good morning.
You're Lanix, right?
Yes. I don't
Okay.
don't have came in the Lanix.
Okay. Too much noise. Yes, I know, Beatriz. Maybe we can mute your audio. Thank you. All right, very good. We're back on time. All right, so let's begin. Sorry for the late. For the new faces, for the ones that know me already, welcome to 2021. And what can I say? I totally agree with Rosario, but I still believe that it's an epic adventure we're getting into this year. And so let's take it optimistically, For the ones that don't know me, my name is Gerson Cisneros. I'm a human being with lots of work, thank God. And my work is training in different areas, and languages is English is the primarily job per se. You can call me teacher, Gerson, Lord, and different names. OMG is also acceptable. I'm just kidding. And I hope we can be very cool class during this. For some of you, 3 months, and for the rest of you, 5 months. So the TKT, what's TKT? TKT is a certification that Cambridge provides for teachers, and CEP is accepting per se the TKT for teachers to teach, in the schools. But more than that, this course, besides working for the TKT, we have a very cool class as far as languages and teaching techniques. Okay, language teaching techniques. So this is a very good course for you in case you have teaching experience, for refreshing your techniques, to know your first the tendencies in the world, and for the ones that have no experience, well, this is something cool for you to teach the techniques, right? Most maybe 99% of the people, the techniques are for face-to-face classes, but now we're in Zoom. They can be transmitted into Zoom, Some of them they can't, like TPR and stuff like that, but we're still good to know them. So when we come back to the classroom, to the physical classroom, we can use them. Okay. So let's begin. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Hold on a little bit. I'm gonna be, the way I work is that we share the screen, we read, and then we discuss. It's pretty much like study cases per se, and I'm gonna be asking you for each one of you to participate, and while you participate, I like to before giving your comment or reading, I like to hear your experience and where you're from, and sort of an ice breaking. But instead of taking too long for the ice breaking, we're going to do that. Okay, here it is. All right. All right, can you see my screen? Not if you see it? Cool, thank you. So lesson planning and integrating is skills. Lesson planning. This is one of the cocos for every English teachers. Planning your classes. If you're here, let me tell you something, teachers. If you're here because of teaching English is easy, you're not in the right place. If you're here because teaching English will make you millionaire, yeah, that's also, you're also in the incorrect place. Okay, so but it has to do with planning. We as a human beings, especially Mexicans, and not being political, I'm just saying, I'm being cultural, we don't like to prepare. If Alberto receives and buys a stereo or an Xbox or a PA and PlayStation 5, do you read instructions, Alberto, before setting up? Honestly.
Maybe.
Okay, that means no. See, that's normal in every one of us. Okay, so we don't like to prepare. We don't like to read stuff. We don't like to prepare. So that is the coco for English teacher. Well, let me tell you something, teachers. You can't. Let me repeat it. You cannot teach English without planning your classes, without preparation. What would happen if you do a class without preparation, Patty?
We can make that our students really aware and be interested in all your classes. You can catch their attention.
Okay, so if students are not interested in your class, what would happen, Nancy? What do you think would happen?
The students didn't learn anything.
Okay, very good. They would not learn. And worst case scenario, what would happen, Stephen, if the students are not interested in your class?
Well, they are not gonna first participate, let alone they are not gonna learn or be attracted to it. Maybe they are going to fall asleep, So it happen.
Okay. Well, what about discipline?
Oh, well, pretty much they are going to be acting up. If they are not interested, they are going to be like messing up in the classroom. Maybe like making noise or just not paying attention at all.
If you're in a physical classroom, it will be chaos and anarchy.
Yeah, certainly.
You
And
lose
so-
control of your students.
sorry, Vicky?
You lose control of your students.
Exactly. So what will happen? They will turn off your cameras. Like, I don't want to say names, but Cindy, Vicky, and Carmen.
Yes. But
And they would, in Chema,
5 minutes, please.
eh?
Just 5 minutes.
I come on. If you haven't taken a shower, we're not going to smell you. Just turn on the computer.
But you're going to see my face, so it's the most important thing.
Ah, no me
Oh
veas
my God.
que me-
I mailed myself.
Las de Tijuana antes muerta que sencilla.
Yeesh. Anyways, bottom line, planning is important. Okay, everybody agrees with that?
Yes, very important. Teacher.
Okay, very cool. All right. So, a little bit of a theory. Oh, yes. So this is the evolution of the for the EFS learning. In other words, English for as a second language. Segregated skills instruction. Can you read this, Erika?
Okay, segregate skill instruction. The mastery of a single skill is the key to successful learning. Traditional ESL programs.
We're gonna call it the traditional ES programs. We're gonna call it the Kool-Aid teacher. Ya sabes, the classic teacher that walks into the classroom and start writing. A ver, chavos, today is present continuous. Copy the sentences. Yeah, he writes a bunch of sentences y pásenlo en ¿cómo se llama? A su cuaderno. He speaks in Spanish. It's only focusing on grammar and writing. Have you seen cases like that? Yes.
A lot.
Yes,
Of course,
I
a
have.
lot.
Sad to say is the traditional. In other words, is the classic one. Is the, I don't know, is the Kool-Aid teacher. Okay, so don't be like that. You need to stop doing that. If you were doing it, I'm not judging, but stop doing it. And we're going to move into integrating the skills. Now, parenthesis here. We have 4 basic skills, or excuse me, 4 predominant skills in the mastery of a language. Rosario, these are?
Writing, reading, speaking, and listening.
Very good. So those are the four skills, okay? If a person wants to say that he or she speaks a language, he or she needs to master the 4 skills: reading, listening, writing, and speaking.
Excuse me, but sometimes what happens, for example, when you're working in a school where they have a lot of books in English that you are most interested in finishing those books, and you don't have time to go to another strategies like games, like the warm up, like things like that, and your time is so short, is so short that you are just worried about filling the books, because in your school that's very important, but they don't think about the teachers that we have to get integrated the students, to get their attention, to make them love the language, to play and to sing and to do lots of things that will help them to learn the language in a better way and in a funny way. And as you are given a lot of books to fill in, so you are worried in, how can I say, you don't have time.
I totally feel you. And believe me, Rosario, myself, who else? Let me see, Mariana, Carelli, the ones that are working or have worked in a private schools. That's the BF word for the teachers, you know.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, I'm not going to be political, but yes, sometimes I am very political, and I don't care. The publishers, you understand publishers, Beatriz, you know, like Macmillan and
yes.
they have an agreement with the schools.
Yes, of course.
And there's a percentage going into the owner of the school anyways, so they're obliged to finish the work. So my suggestion is you either go with it and do as much as you can or find another job. I mean, there's no way to fight that. Yes, Rosario.
Yes, of course. Sometimes I end sometimes I end filling just the books and try to teach my students the most that I can.
You know what? As a mom, I can tell you that there's this part that we are paying for the books, and yeah, the school is making us pay for the books, and as parents you want to see that you're using those books, you know.
Yes,
so
of
that's
course.
That's one thing. But another thing is that, yeah, sadly a school is not going to hear you, because they're hearing, like Gerson said, like the publishers and the parents, and you know, they have to portray that image that you're working, no? And sadly, that's using the books. It's like a physical evidence that you're working, but it's our responsibility as teachers to find the balance, you know, to maybe you organize your classes like, I'm gonna play this game like in, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and we are going to answer one page, and then we are going to play again, and then we are going to do this, you know. You have to find that balance, and yes, it's very difficult, but it can be done.
Yeah, like I remember back in the days when I was like 22, 21, I was working for Tec de Monterrey. And Tec de Monterrey in the area of Prepa, I was obliged to finish the books, okay? So, you know, books are stupid. At the end of the day, if you follow by recipe, you just can't. I mean, you have, like Beatriz said it, you can have the time to actually teach, you know, real English. Anyway, so what I did is, maybe it will help you, Beatriz. I cancel all my homeworks for the notebook, and all the homeworks were based on the books.
Yeah, I know, but anyway, in my school, we were working with math steps. With I don't know if you know that book, to teach math steps, and they are, if you want to finish that book, you must, I don't know, work 6 or 7 pages a day.
Yeah.
And from first grade to second or to middle third grade, they are kind of easy. But since you are in fourth grade, fifth grade, no, that's a crazy, that's horrible. The topics are really.
You have the holidays, and then you have the.
Yes, and besides, in Spanish they don't even know some terms, and in Spanish they don't know the formulas or the things that they must know first in Spanish to understand better in English. And okay, well, that's my point of view. I'm not this is not a complaining course, but I was just thinking, because well, today I am unemployed, sadly because of the COVID. So I have a lot of time and I am having a great time.
To make a philosophy. That's okay.
Teacher,
This is for everybody.
excuse me.
Yes, Gabi.
I have a lot of years that I don't practice my English. The class is all in English.
The class, this class sometimes digo puras babosadas en español, pero that's a whole different story. Normally it's in English. But this class will help you to refresh your English, Gabi. I know you do.
Te va a ayudar, Gabi.
Sí, yo sé. Don't be desperate.
Don't be afraid, Gabi. It's normal.
Yes, I know. Anyways, Beatriz and everybody, for everybody, this is how do you call it? Safe space for teachers. This is a teachers training course. So whatever you want to say as far as teaching, as far as your teaching career, even questions that are not related to the topic, but it has to do with your work, please ask them.
Thank you.
I've been an English teacher for a couple of years, Rosario too, and so we have the experience, so everybody can help. Okay, so let's go back to the topic. We said that we have 4 skills: listening, writing, reading,
speaking,
and what up? Listening, writing. Oh my God. Speaking, very good. So two of them are passive and 2 of them are active. Now, it doesn't have to do with anything sexual or anything like that. So that means that 2 receive information and 2 produces information. Okay, so listening and reading are passive. Why, Julieta?
Which one of those?
No, both are passive. Why? I just said it. I'm just checking if you're paying attention. Stop watching porn, Julieta, during class. Pay attention.
Because you only receive the information and you reproduce it.
Exactly. The ones that are passive receive the information, and then you produce it with the speaking or or writing. Now, there are many people saying, pues es que yo lo leo y lo entiendo, pero no hablo.
Sí.
Pues es que yo lo escucho y lo entiendo, pero no lo hablo. Pues sí, porque they need to practice English. So, listen to me very carefully. If teachers, the Kool-Aid teachers, the traditional programs, if a person only attend to those programs, yes, they will only be passive. That's why many students go through, es que yo ya fui a secundaria y prepa y en la universidad y no hablo. Pues no, amigo, porque you have had a teacher that is always, grammar and reading and writing, but never speaking or producing language. Agree with me? Okay, so now, therefore, it's very important to have and to learn that every class, and let me repeat it for you, every class you should incorporate the 4 skills. Yes, there might be one skill that is predominant. For example, if it's a reading class, well, reading is going to be the predominant skill, but still incorporate a conversation class for speaking, or an audio for listening, or whatever. Okay, so integrated skill instruction. Can you read this? Let me see, Ivan.
Yes, integrated skill instruction exposes students to authentic language, focusing on the integration of the 4 basic skills: English becomes a real means of interaction among people rather than just an object of academic interest.
Integrate the skills. Students are exposed to authentic language. Why is authentic language? Why is it better a person that listens, reproduces, and reads English instead of a person only copying the sentences from the Kool-Aid teacher? What makes the difference?
That the students speak in English and well, I think so. I'm not sure.
Very good, excellent. That's the difference, Mariana, that students are going to speak English and therefore they're going to learn English. Okay, all right, so now under the integrated skill instructions, we have the content-based instruction and the task-based instruction, okay? Can you read this, Marta, Lucia, Marta, the psychologist. Content-based instruction.
Yes, teacher, but I can see all the...
Lentes, mija, lentes.
Yes, content-based instructions integrate approach through academic subjects, and it's all I see.
Focus on the content rather than the form. This is called CLIL. Content, information, something, learning. In other words, this is for the so-called bilingual schools. Now, let me tell you something that doesn't exist. Okay, it's bicultural, but yeah, the whole story. Bilingual schools are the ones that teach history in English, that teach chemistry in English, and history in English, and so forth. And guess what? Normally, they don't have an engineer teaching mathematics in English. They won't have a doctor teaching chemistry in English. They will normally have what? Patty?
People who speak English only.
An English teacher.
Yes.
I've done that. In 1 year in my life. I taught history to tercera secundaria. I mean, I was, well, that didn't like it. Let's just put it that way. And so this is a very cool program only if everyone has the same English level.
Gerson, is it the same as a native speaker teaching English without knowing the basic teaching skills?
Sorry, didn't follow you. Give me an example.
Is it the same like a Canadian guy comes to Mexico to teach English, but without knowing the basic teaching skills? It's because he speaks it.
Yeah. Well, no.
No, that cannot be.
No. That is, first of all, that is stupid. I have my school for 12 years already, and those 12 years I fired a couple of American guys, and I didn't hire a couple of American guys, because you just can't have an English speaking person teaching English just because he speaks English. Okay, no, CLIL, Rosario, is, for example, the ones that you're teaching. And your school, you work for a bilingual school, right?
Right.
So students learn history in English. They learn math in English. Now that works if everyone has the level. But what is the phenomena, Rosario?
What they don't know.
They don't.
They don't, of course.
That's the problem.
Yeah, they have to learn English first, and then history, literacy, everything else.
Exactly. Take the
At
Monterrey
least understand.
Sorry?
At least understand it.
At least understand it and read it. Take the Monterrey develop a cool program where they divide it by levels, and then the most advanced students, they were put together in a bicultural program. That's okay. Everyone has the same level, but that's very expensive because you must have like, I remember we were like 25 English teachers or something like that, you know. How many English teachers are in your school, Rosario?
Like 8 or 9.
And that's a
Wow.
big number. Some of you, like how many, Kareli, how many English teachers do you have in your school?
4 months.
No, but how many students? Excuse me, how many teachers? How many English teachers? That's you and what else?
The students?
No, it's the English teachers.
Teachers.
Only one.
Only one?
Yeah.
Only one.
So yes, if you work for a so-called bilingual school that only has 1 or 2 or maybe 4 teachers, be careful with that because it's going to be very difficult for you to teach English. Let me paraphrase it.
Wait, but that's not a bilingual school. That's a Spanish school that teaches English. Like 1 hour a day, right? Or one 1 hour a week.
Because
that's not bilingual.
3 hours per week.
No. You're maybe I'm not making myself clear.
Okay.
There are schools that are called bilingual.
Okay.
They teach 4 or 5 English classes a day. Not English, no English subject. English classes.
I get it now.
History in English, chemistry in English, math in English. That's okay if everyone has the same level.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Normally, they don't. Okay, so now on the right, we have task-based instruction. Can you read this, Alondra?
Is communicative and control tasks focused on the meaning of language rather than the content being used.
Very good, Alondra. So this is an English class, teaching English, okay? This is, you would have a conversational class with control tasks. What are those control tasks? Fill in the blanks, find someone who, etc. And you don't care about the content, but you care about the language. Example, write an essay of 300 words about the Mexican Revolution. That's okay. If you were teaching history, what would be your focus on revising the essays? What were you looking for? What when you
history content? The content.
Exactly.
Content on history.
Names, you know. Now the same instruction, but in an English class, what is your focus on?
Grammar.
Grammar, vocabulary, syntaxes, etc., etc. Do we see the difference?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to focus on task-based instruction. Okay, very good. The steps to integrate the language skills. Grace, can you read the first check, please?
Okay, learn more about the various ways to integrate language skills in the classroom.
Exactly. You never are too old to learn. Okay, always continue, always find ways to learn something from for you. Andrea, the next one. Andrea, by the power of Christ manifest. No, we cannot hear you.
What about now?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. So evaluate your students' current approach to language skills.
Very important, Andrea. Evaluate your students. Why is it important, Steven, to evaluate how's your students doing as far as language?
Because if we do not know, let's say, the ability or the skills of our students, there might be someone who is like, let's say, in advance or have some advantages, and therefore they are not going to be like comfortable in the class first. They are not going to participate, and also maybe they are not going to be like getting information or let's say learning. So if we do not know the level they have, it's going to be complex for we to have a structure or to have them all participating or being integrated in the course.
Very good. Teachers, hold that thought, Rosario, before I forget. Teachers, never assume your students know. Very, very funny teachers. I've seen teachers when I observe classes, I walk into a classroom, y ya sabes, el típico Kool-Aid teacher, ¿no? A ver, today es present continuous y lo escriben grandote en el board. Ajá, y luego dicen the typical and classic questions. Do you know what present continuous is? Dude, don't do that. They're students. They don't know. Have you seen teachers like that? Yes.
Yes, a lot.
Yes, I used to be like that.
I was one of that.
I had one of that.
Don't do that. I mean, I'm like, man, if that was the case, what I need you for, you know? So never assume, or the classic. Any questions? What's the typical answer from your students? Any questions? No. Do you understand? Yes. And everybody fails. So no, teachers, only by evaluating your students, you will know how's their level. Sorry, Rosario, go for it.
No, it's okay. I was going to say that for your lesson planning, you should know where to start. You know, it's like prior knowledge. Prior knowledge is like, where am I? You know.
Exactly. Never assume. Even let me tell you my personal experience, teachers. Even if in a school tells you you're going to be teaching level B1, yeah, don't assume that. You better do your evaluation first, okay? Because you never know. Let's just put it that way. Next one, can you read it? Who's here? Cindy, please.
Choose instruction materials, textbooks, and technologies that promote this integration.
Thank you, Cindy. This is normal now. I mean, I don't know, 8 years from, in the past, from now, we didn't have that. But nowadays, now the new books are pretty much tended to integrate the 4 skills. You can have, you open the student's book and the unit, and it has grammar, and it has listening, it has reading. So pretty much the program is already done that way. And the next one, Chema, are you here? Still sleeping? Watching porn?
I'm here. I'm still alive.
Okay, cool.
Remember, even if a course is labeled according to just one skill, it is possible to be creative and design tasks for other skills.
We discussed it at the beginning of the class. Even if the school requires you like in a very important cadena de escuelas, no voy a decir nombres porque luego ya sabes cómo se ponen de románticos. They have martes de gramática, miércoles de lectura, jueves de... Even if they have those type of programs, you still can be creative. Actually, let me paraphrase it. It's your job, it's your duty to be creative and integrate at least one activity for the rest of the skills in your class. If you agree, nod. Thank you. Last one. Vicky. We cannot listen to you, Vicky.
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Teach language learning strategies and emphasize their importance.
Very good. So once you're ready to integrate, now you will transform it into your lesson planning. Okay, so very important. Erica, you here? Yes, Erica, can you read this, please?
Yes, integrating a skill is a very important task while developing a lesson plan. For we all know that true communication in any language doesn't really on the mastery of a single skill. As teachers, we should always be aware of this fact when teaching our students.
Thank you, Erica. Just, I'm going to be correcting your English, okay? Don't be offended.
No.
And if you're offended, I don't mind. No. It says true communication in any language doesn't rely. Okay, cool. All right. Now now let's go into the practical stuff. Writing a lesson plan. Okay. A main topic. Can you read it, Mariana?
A main topic. Choose only one main ESL topic, prepositions of place, modal verbs, etc. Regardless of the time assigned for the session.
Thank you very much. One lesson plan, parenthesis here. According to the Gurus of Teaching, one lesson plan, it's 60 minutes long. Okay, 60 minutes long. And my school is 50 minutes long. If you have a group that lasts for 2 hours, how many lesson plans then?
2.
Exactly. 2. If you're teaching like in some schools, the so-called intensive courses, Saturday, 4 hours, the same group, how many lesson plans?
4.
Exactly. Why is this important? Let me see if I can do something here. Yes. Let's say that this is your lesson plan. Okay? 60 minutes, or in my case, 50 minutes long. Okay? If you start with an activity here, open your books, read this, read that, and then you move on to this. Okay, guys, let's talk about it. And then you move to the next one, to the next activity. And then you finally said, okay, thank you very much. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 activities. How is your class going to be? Look at the, sorry, Stephen?
Boring.
Boring. Then you bored, and then chaos and anarchy. Or in Zoom, they will turn the cameras off. You understand? You see what I mean? So, but if we have, let's see, the same timeline, we have 0, 60, of 50. And then we start with one activity. And then we move to the next one. And to the peak. And then to the last one. Do you see the challenge, or do you see the graphic? If it's different, how your students would be?
Engaged.
Engaged.
Interested about it.
Active.
I need you to memorize. Is this correct spell? No, ¿verdad? How you spell it? Challenge. ¿Así?
Yes, okay.
Okay, I need you to take you, Beatriz.
Harrison, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Those are the moments of the moments of the planning.
Exactly.
It's because where I was, I had like five moments. It was prior. I don't remember the names, but we used to use like five steps. So
yes. In some groups, in some books, it's 5, even 6, but didn't they? It's only 4. The principal. We're going to discuss that in a moment.
Okay.
Because 1 is divided into 2 or 3.
Okay, thank you.
That's okay. So I need you to memorize this word, challenge. What happens if you challenge your students, Alondra?
Well, you keep them active.
Very good. Do you have brothers, Alondra?
Yes.
Younger or older?
Younger and older.
Younger. So, le dice a tu hermanito, a que no te avientas. ¿Para qué? No puedes. Mira, así se te hace. ¿Qué va a hacer tu hermanito?
Se va a aventar.
Same with the students. Same thing with the students. If you challenge your students, the students react and participate. Instead of having a very flat activity where there's no challenging, the students will not do it, will not even pay attention to you. But if you have, okay, let's divide the class into 2, boys versus girls, because the boys rule and the girls. What is happening in that moment? ¿Qué van a hacer las niñas?
We are better.
See, that's the reaction in a normal student. Y ahora a ver cómo nos toca, y órale, y entonces les pones a hacer, no sé, tic-tac-toe, hang the man, no sé, any activity, even a high challenge activity such as an essay. Okay, the boys would have the less mistakes in the essay. I don't know. When you challenge your students react. But we will have in a moment discuss that there are activities in your lesson plan. There are lower challenge, high challenge, and medium challenge, okay? Okay, oh, sorry. Objective, can you read this, Alberto?
Objective. Since a lesson plan cannot cover every aspect of an ESL topic, you should limit the scope of the session through the writing of 2 to 5 specific objectives.
Exactly. Very condensed, very clear your objectives. Today's is less present continuous affirmative. Okay, that's your main topic. Objective. Students master the ing. Students master the verbs in ing with personal pronouns. Students master, blah, blah, blah. 4 or 5, but very clear objectives. Once you have a clear objective, what happens, Julieta?
You be able to make a plan to reach that objective.
Thank you, exactly. Once you know where you're going, then you can go. All right, good. The study, Nancy. Ok, paréntesis, nada más están haciendo guajes. No me han dicho ni dónde son, ni qué experiencia tienen, ni nada, pero está bien. Nancy, tell me, before reading, tell us where you're from, how old are you, your teaching experience, or, you know.
Okay, 17 years old. I have, I'm from Cuernavaca, Morelos, and I don't have teacher experience, but I have the TOEFL certificate with a high score.
Cool. Yeah, your English is pretty cool. All right. We have a baby in the classroom. That's pretty cool. All right. Read the study.
Yeah, the study. The study part can be the steps the teacher carries out to teach the lesson. It could be the grammar section or even a short presentation by the teacher.
Very good. So, and this part is what you actually want your students something to learn, whether it's reading, video class, or whatever. Students' activities, Ivan, same activity. Before answering and reading, tell us where you're from and, well, you know.
Okay. Hello, my name is Jesus Ivan. I'm from Piedras Negras, Coahuila, and I have 5 months of teaching experience in kindergarten.
No, kindergarten, my condolences.
Yeah. My condolences.
No, it's okay. No, let me tell you something, Ivan. I love teaching in kindergarten, but I get too attached. And so my suggestion is, Ivan, don't get too attached. Lo que pasa es que cuando te ven en el mall, así de, mira, mamá, mi maestro, mira. Y así como que How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20 years old, mira, más o menos cuando tenía 19, 20, igual, en la kindergarten.
Sure.
Yo tenía I had a favorite one, you know, you always have a favorite one. Y su papá le pegaba, fíjate. Entonces fui y se le hice de jamón al vato.
Yeah. The children tell me a lot of things about their families.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it. Because I get too attached. Y bueno, lo bueno es que no me demandó el vato, pero sí me corrió. Anyway, continue, Ivan.
Yes. Student activities. Most of the time should be devoted to this section. It is a series of exercises where the students practice the topic of the study part.
Very good. So these are the activities where you actually see if the students got the point or whatever you're trying to teach or not. Okay. Parenthesis. It's very cute of you, Nancy, covering your face when you're talking to somebody else. Para que no te veamos. Ah, that's very cute. You're 17. Evaluation. Can you read Anaí?
Hi, my name is Anaí. I'm from Zacatecas. I have 18 years old. I don't have experience like a teacher. I'm a little afraid about that, but I want to learn.
Thank you, Anaí. Go ahead, evaluation.
The drills performed in this step depend on many class factors: format, length, topic, number of students. But it could be a writing quiz or even communicate activity.
Thank you very much, Anaí. Don't be nervous. Don't be afraid of us. See, I look like Shrek, but not an ogre. Okay, so and we will help you out in your teaching career. Now, teachers, why is it important that every 60 minutes we have an evaluation? Patty?
Double check.
Yeah, to check if you have to review something else before going forward.
Thank you, Patty.
At the same time, you can have a feedback.
Also, it's important, yes, to have a feedback about
I'm
our
getting
teachers.
there. I'm getting
Yes.
there. Very good. Excellent. Exactly. Let me tell you something, teachers. And I'm sorry to be straightforward. This evaluation is for you. If you're doing your job correctly or not. If you have 20 students and 50 failed the evaluation, whose fault is it?
Teacher.
The teacher.
Teacher, exactly. Pues es que todos reprobaron, son bien burros. Y yo así de, mija, ¿qué te cuento? You will have one or two that are stupid, well, that's okay, that's a whole different story. But if the majority fails, it's your problem. So the evaluation is for you to know if you're doing your job properly. An evaluation in the lesson plan doesn't have to be, elaborated. It could be a conversational activity. It could be fill in the blanks, choose the correct verb. It's a very simple thing for you to know if a student is getting the point or not. Okay, very good. Questions so far? No? Okay, so it's 11:05. You want to take a pee break? Yes, okay, so we're going to take a pee break. It's 11:05, so we'll meet you here at 11:20.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to leave the session open, and I'll see you here 11:20.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Venga, ay, gato loco. Eres un travieso. Deja de estar aquí dando mi lata, por favor. ¿Quieres rosca de reyes? ¿Gato? ¿Sí? ¿No? Contesta. Ay, mi amollo, bebé. Oye, ve a traerme a Jürgen. Jürgen, ¿qué te pedí? Ay, no mames.
Hello, guys.
Yes, I'm here.
How you doing?
Fine.
Very good, excellent. Hey, let me see. Rosario.
Yes, sir. Sorry, yes, Lord.
Are you? How do you feel to take a class 12 to 1, 12 to 2 right now, for a means that I'm about to fire?
Sorry, I
It's basic.
can't. No, I can't. I have to go to my brother's house. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
just
Yeah,
at 1 o'clock. Sorry.
I understand. Yes. Let me see. Patty, will you help me up? 12 to 2.
I'm sorry, I have plans today.
Okay. Vicky?
That hours.
Sorry, I'm leaving.
We
Sorry.
haven't finished the class, Choros.
Hmm?
We haven't finished the class.
Yes, until 1.
Ay, híjole. Steven, will you help me up 12 to 2? That's
Yeah,
basic.
today I have another course teacher.
Okay. Who is Rob C?
It's me, Roberto Cirnes.
Okay. Yeah, welcome, Roberto.
Thank you.
Alrighty, well then let me, anyone? 12 to 2, 90 pesos the hour, basic. The thing is that the teacher that I have is really cool, but she parties a lot, and well, anyways, I'm gonna have to let her go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
No one? Oh, thank you, Muchas gracias, no se amontonen.
Excuse me, what is the class about? I don't understand.
I'm so sorry, teacher.
Oh, it's based, ahorita te digo, Beatriz, it's basic. It's about food, how much, how many.
Yes, but I will, how can I say? How can I know the topics, or are you going to give me something? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll let me try one more time with this girl, and I say, you know what? If you don't want to work, that's fine.
Yeah, I gave that class today. If you want, I can give you the material.
Oh, that will be cool, Vicky. Send it to my WhatsApp if you can.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Vicky. Okay, let's continue. It's until 12 anyways. So these are the sequence. This is the sequence of lesson planning. The warm-up, the vocabulary. Okay, this is like this, right? And reverse clockwise. How would be the right expression? Anyways, warm-up,
against clockwise.
And against clockwise. Thank you. And follow-up consolidation. What is the core of the warm-up? Can you read this? Andrea, you hear? Yes, Andrea.
Okay. Warm-up. Do more than 8 minutes long. Don't go too further on the vocabulary or expressions. Just provide a simple explanation for some of them. E.g., listening to a conversation model, a visual presentation done by the teacher, or a simple vocabulary oral presentation.
Very good. And then we move up to the vocabulary. Can you read this, Alondra? Per favore.
Yes. 5 to 7 minutes long. Extend a bit more on the expressions and vocabulary previously mentioned in the warm-up. Visual aids are important. Have students repeat each word or expression at least 3 times and ask a few questions about them.
Very good. And then the main presentation, Beatriz, and this part, it's where it's divided. Can you read this main presentation? Beatriz? By the power of God? No? Okay, Alberto?
Sorry.
That's okay.
5 to 15 minutes long. The activities in this section would depend on the level and scope. Sorry, I cannot see clearly the words.
Okay, scope of
the class.
Okay, continue. Who can read it, Rosario?
But it's related to grammar, presentation and guided drills, video, listening class, reading class.
Thank you very much. So in this part is where you actually teach them. What is the thing that you want them to learn? And then finally, it's the follow-up and the consolidation. Can you read it? Nancy, you here? No, Nancy is gone.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here, sorry.
Yeah. The follow-up and consolidation.
Yes, please.
Yeah. At this point, students apply what we have taught them in the lesson. This should be the longest part of the class. For students, will have chance to prove their knowledge through various types of semi-controlled and free drills, e.g. role play, game, interview, or presentation. Save the list 5-10 minutes for consolidation.
Thank you very much. So see the time, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes. So no more than 50 to 60 minute class. Okay, this is very, very important. I'm going to be sharing a more detailed presentation so we can develop a lesson plan. All right, let me open it for you. Thank you, Vicky. I received it, by the way.
You're welcome. I hope it works.
Thank you. It's just now that I told her that I'm going to be firing her, you know, like in a very polite way, she's like, creo que ya llegó mi luz. Anyways, let me see what it is.
She had a class before or something?
She what?
She had a class before?
No, she only teaches Saturdays 12 to 2.
Okay.
And that's because precisely that. I mean, she parties a lot, and she's a very cool girl. She works from Monday to Friday in a private school, and but she parties on Friday. I used the noise. Let me open it for you.
But we are in a pandemic. What happened?
Yeah, she's like 20 something, so she doesn't really care, you
know. It's weird.
Steven knows what we're talking about, right? Se me hace que tú también party a lot, ¿verdad? Te pasas.
No, not anymore, teacher. I used to do that a lot, but now I've been like...
Not anymore?
Not anymore.
He's tired.
Yeah, I'm tired of party hard.
You can party via Zoom or online, you know.
Yeah.
No.
It's not the same. I know.
Physical action, Rosario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rosario knows about it.
Exactly.
Don't forget about the self distance.
No, pues qué chiste.
Yeah. Social distancing.
No, pues así que chiste.
No.
All right. So this is a more detailed develop of the lesson planning. These are the stages: the warm-up, the vocabulary, the main presentation, the follow-up, and the consolidation. So why is it important to follow up? Who works out here? Let me see. Aquí lo voy a balconear. Let me see. Maybe Alondra, you go to the gym? Alondra?
No.
Okay, thank you. She's been honest. Good. So let me paraphrase it then. Who has gone or who has worked out in the past? Patty, cool. So and Juliet, cool. So Juliet, tell me, why did you warm up first?
Because if I don't warm up, then I will have some kind of injury or something.
So warming up is good because it prep you to do your exercises. Yes or no? Same happens in the classroom. If you walk into the classroom, whether it's Zoom or physical, and then you say, okay, guys, sit down. Today is present continuous. Would that be a correct warming up? No, that's not even warming up.
No, it is like a switch. So stop thinking and working in Spanish, because today we are going to start in English. So I mean that it would be like a switch. Now we are in English.
Exactly. Laura, check the why is it important? Can you read letter A, Chema, here?
Yes. Although it's short, it's very important since it motivates your students to learn.
Motivates, that's correct. Very good. And B, Alberto?
It changes their mind from Spanish to English.
That's what Patrice said, no? You need to switch them in order to start talking English. Erika, C.
In case of verbs, recycle constructions.
Recycling.
Recycling, okay.
This is very important, teachers. Do not present, and let me repeat it again, do not present new information in the warm-up. This is a lower challenge activity. Why is it important not to present new information, Rosario?
To put your students at ease. You cannot storm and start to ask questions, because they are going to build a world around them and participate on the rest of the class.
If you challenge them too much, what would happen? We're talking about the warm-up.
You lose them. You lose them for the rest of the class.
They will be, ay no, otra vez viene la Miss Rosario, qué hueva, no, ya vámonos.
You're going to confuse them also, no?
Sorry, Vicky?
You're going to confuse them because they know the topic. They don't know the topic.
And we go back to the same, to the college teacher, no? Today is present continuous. Do you know what's present continuous? No. It's recycling. Sorry.
Yeah, it happens to me because there's a new student and I have to come back to explain nouns because I thought the countable and uncountable nouns. And I have to come back to explain nouns because she's new and she didn't know almost anything.
Wow.
So I have to explain nouns first and then start to explain countable and uncountable nouns.
Yeah, you cannot open a class, excuse me, you cannot open a lesson plan with new information. You can't. That it will be confusing for them. Letter D, Carmen. Your audio, Carmen.
Sorry, no more than 8 minutes.
What will happen if it goes longer than that, Cindy?
They get bored.
Yeah, and you're going to lose them. And F, the F word, no, sorry. The F sentence is the Juliet.
Recycle past topics.
Very, very important again. Never do new presentation. What are some of the activities, Andrea?
You are missing letter E, teacher.
Sorry. Sorry, Carmen. Oh, I think she left. Okay. Andrea, letter A.
Eliciting.
Eliciting. What is eliciting? Eliciting is asking questions to find out a common interest. Example. Let's talk about vacations, okay? What is your favorite place for vacation, Patty?
Go to the beach.
Why?
Because it's warm, because it's pleasant weather, because I love to see the ocean, and for relaxing.
What is your favorite place for vacation, Nancy?
The beach. Yeah.
Why?
Because I love the ocean and the sun.
Okay. What is your place for vacations, Liliana?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same.
Your audio, Liliana?
Okay. Yeah. Yes, I love the beach too because I love the sun, the water, the sea, the sand, the rest.
The drinking,
Yes.
the bathing suit. Okay, cool. So in my blackboard, in my whiteboard, or in the Zoom, I write beach, warming up, sand, warm weather, and I'm going to use those to do my class. That is eliciting. I elicited information from you to use in my class. Okay? Cool. Letter B, Anaí.
Watch a part of a movie and then a brainstorm.
Okay, this is only for intermediate and advanced level. Basic is always eliciting. Letter C, Cindy.
Making a dialogue to a movie.
Very good. Dialogue. Cindy, dialogue. Cindy?
Tell me?
Repeat dialogue.
No te escucho bien.
Okay. The word is pronounced dialogue.
Dialogue.
Very good. Excellent. All right. All right. Now, when we done the warm-up, we come to the vocabulary part. This is where you present new vocabulary. Letter A is the Beatriz.
Letter A shouldn't be less than 5, but no more than 7.
Very good. According to the gurus, if it's less than 5 words, the brain doesn't register because it's too little. It's not important. If it's more than 7, it's too much. So between 5 to 7 words. This is important because some of the books, some of the program, it says Unit 11, new words, and it has like 25 words. Don't expect students will actually learn those. They will only learn 5 to 7. Letter B, Vicky.
It should be present with mechanical drills, oral repetition for pronunciation, semi-mechanical, game activity, critical. When do they use them in their lives? When do they use them in their lives?
Very good. So Mechanical drills. What is the number one mechanical? Repetition. If you're talking about beach activities, okay, drinking, repeat, drinking. Swimming, repeat, swimming. Getting wasted, repeat, getting wasted. And so forth. You ask them to repeat. And then semi-mechanical. Vicky is blank in the ocean. Ya, pues puede ser swimming, drinking, no, getting wasted. Well, many options for
drowning,
swimming. And then critical is Patty. Remember the last time you went to the beach? Yes, tell me 3 activities that you did in the beach.
3 activities: swimming, drinking, and skydiving.
No, for real?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes,
all right.
was pretty cool.
I was to say having sex, but that's way better.
I almost said that.
I know.
We have babies in this class, please.
We have what?
Babies in this class, please.
Nancy, hombre, Nancy ya va y viene y todo.
They know more than us.
All right. So, and then, very important, letter D. Mariana?
I can see the letter D. I don't know why. Maybe I can't see it.
Okay. It should remain visible.
I only see the letter A, B, C.
Don't worry. C is no more than 8 minutes, and D, it should remain visible to your students. Why is it important, Mariana, that it should remain visible during the 60-minute class, the new words to your students?
Because they can remember easily, and because they have material to understand it better. And well, yes, because for example, in my case, I'm very visual, so I can remember it better.
Exactly. And listen to these, teachers. You remember when you were back in your English classes y no faltaba el baboso de, ¿cómo era aquí, Miss? ¿Cómo se decía, Miss? ¿Qué dijo que era, Miss? You remember those? That's because you didn't leave the important words in the visible to your students. Because then when Julieta asked, teacher, ¿cómo era? ¿Qué iba aquí? So then you point to the words, and then Julieta, okay, and then writes the new word. Okay, so it's very important for you to leave it visible to your students. So far, so good? Am I going too fast? Too low? Okay, good. So, and now we're going to the strongest part of the class. It's about 25 minutes. And it could be a grammar presentation. It could be a video class, a listening class, a reading class, but always have something in mind to teach them. Okay? And listen to this. This is going to be like a mini class inside your class. It will have its own warm-up, its own vocabulary, and its own main presentation and the consolidation. Okay, so let's do an example. Warm-up. Can you read this? Who's here? Ivan.
Yes, a warm-up about the communicative function of the presentation. Example, if your point in present perfect, you may use hobbies and habits. When are they gonna use it in life?
Very good. I have a typo there. Is if your point is, no in. I'm sorry, my mistake. So if your point is present perfect, you will assign, listen to this, you will assign a topic to your, grammar presentation. In this case, hobbies and habits. Let's do this in a more graphic way. Let's see that this is your life. Okay. Let's see, Ivan, you tienes 20 years, all right? 20. So, Ivan, tell me one activity tell me one hobby of yours.
One of my hobbies is reading book.
Okay, good. Reading. So what was the first time you read a book?
I started reading since I was 15.
Okay, so about here, you started reading. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so did you stop at the first book or you continue?
I started my first.
So you continue?
Yes.
Okay, so it's an action that you started here and you continue today. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so then we can say Ivan have read books since he was 15. Yes or no?
Yes.
Everybody agrees?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but is Ivan happy reading books? No.
No. We're present perfect.
Has.
Thank you. Jeez. Don't tell me yes if you if I mistake. Have a mistake. Ivan has read books.
I thought that we have to check the mistake. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So obviously you wouldn't do that if you were a teacher. I'm just giving you I'm really checking if you're paying attention. Anyways, so Ivan has read books since he was 15. And then you go to another person. Juliet, tell me a bad habit of yours.
A habit of mine? Like
bad habit, yes, of yours.
A bad habit?
Bad habit.
I stay up till very late texting.
Okay, that's a yeah, okay, that's a bad habit. So when was the first time you stay up so late?
When I was 15.
Okay, so that's okay. So and then we do the same exercise. You started here and then you continue today. Yes or no?
Yep.
So Patty, Julieta
has text.
Has what?
Test.
But in past? Texted, good.
Tested. Message since she was 15.
Okay, very good. Up late or whatever.
Or up late.
Night or whatever. Okay. Yes. That's your first activity. Mariana, tell me a good habit of yours.
A good habit? I don't know. That may be that I am very, how do you say? When I order everything in a kind of notebook, how do you say it? Organized?
You organize, okay. See, that's called talk. Not just kidding.
I'm sorry?
That's called talk. I was just kidding. Trastorno de obsesivo compulsivo, no te creas, no.
No. Not así.
So you are organized now.
Yes. No era así, pero ya lo mejoré.
Good. When was the first time you organized a notebook?
Why?
When was the first time you organized your notebook?
When it started the pandemic,
Okay,
I
so
start to do it.
9 months ago. Okay, good. So, Andrea?
Yes.
Mariana, ¿qué?
Mariana has a planner since the start of the pandemic.
Has, and then a verb.
Oh, Mariana has been keeping track of her activities.
For everybody. Andrea contesta sí because she's an expert. A normal student will follow your lead. Okay? Andrea has, and then a verb in past. Has ¿qué? Organized, planned, done.
Planned her activities since the start of the pandemic.
Very good. Excellent. And that's your warm-up. Everybody agrees? Okay, then we go to the letter B, which is the vocabulary. What is a hobby? What is a habit? And then letter C, the main presentation, mechanical, semi-mechanical, and critical thinking. Okay, I'm going to be pausing here. Let me see. Rosario's gone. Vicky.
Este es el resultado principal de la búsqueda.
Main presentation?
Yeah, Vicky. Explain to us what is mechanical, drill, semi-mechanical, and critical thinking. You've taken this with me.
Okay.
Oh my Lord, you haven't studied. Gracias, O sea, no soy importante para ti. Está bueno.
I'm sorry. Okay, mechanical drills. Some exercises.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fill in the blanks.
Let's pause here a moment. We need to. Okay, everybody see my whiteboard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and this is when you do something new, this is the way a human being learns. Mechanical drill. What is a drill? Can you give me a synonym for a drill?
Practice, exercise.
Exercise,
activity.
Exercise, task, an activity, etc. Yes? One is mechanical. Students don't think too much. Example, we're talking about good hobbies or hobbies, right? Julieta, staying at night, texting, is good or bad?
If it's very late, it's bad.
Híjole, está bien, it's bad, very good. So, but see my tone of voice? You almost given them the answer. Mariana. Yes, Mariana?
Yes, tell me.
Organizing your notebooks is good or is bad?
Well, for me now it's good because I have a lot of work.
Okay, so see what I mean with a mechanical drill?
Yeah, only one or two answers.
Exactly, and?
You almost give the answer, no?
You almost give the answer. Example, okay. Now, semi-mechanical drill, students think a little bit. Example, Cindy.
Yes.
Cindy, correct the sentence. Cindy have or has visited the ocean? Visited the ocean. Lo voy a poner aquí.
Has.
Voy a poner aquí. Cindy has visited the ocean. Which one is correct? Have or has?
Has.
Very good. Okay. So Cindy, if you could see her face, she was thinking, but not too much because she knows the answer. Yes or no? Okay. So that's mechanical. And then you give them a very simple drill to answer. Okay, now let's talk about critical thinking. In critical thinking, students think deeply in their lives. Example, and I want everybody to see Nancy's face, okay? Wave, Nancy. Wave, so everybody can see you. Okay, so Nancy, you're 17, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, for you, if party at night is good habit or bad habit, and why? Look at her face.
Okay. For me, it's a bad habit because I am a professional soccer player, so I have to control my sleep times.
Okay, very interesting. Soccer player?
Yeah.
Nice. Delantero, portero, defensa.
Contención.
Nice. I'm sorry about your boyfriend. That's very cool. All right. Did you see Nancy's face when I asked the question? Did you see her eyes?
Yes.
That's because she was thinking. She thought inside, and that is called, teachers, critical thinking. That's how we present new information to our students, and that's how our students learned. Okay, now teachers, this sorry,
Question.
yes.
For example, if we are teaching some structure and we have subject, verb, complement, something. If we said to the students, now with the structure, you're going to make a sentence by yourself, it's a critical thinking?
Yes. Semi-mechanical, I think.
No, it's between semi-mechanical and critical thinking. What is the difference? The difference is semi-mechanical, they are following an example that you gave.
Okay. Okay.
Critical thinking is, example, Alondra, can you make up a sentence in person perfect about your best friend, your best friend's hobby?
Okay. My best friend hobby,
See, right there, that is critical thinking, Vicky.
Okay, okay.
I don't know what is her hobby.
Before, right?
Thank you, Londra. Thank you, Londra. Vicky, repeat it.
Because she doesn't have any information in the to follow.
Not really. It's because she's using their own information. I mean, their own in their lives.
But that's my point. If we have just the structure, but not with an example, for example, you have a subject plus verb plus complement.
Yes.
Okay, that's the structure. Now you have to do a sentence with that. Okay, and that it's semi-mechanical or critical thinking.
That will be semi-mechanical.
Okay, okay.
And then if you say, okay, write a sentence about your cousin, that will be critical thinking. They're applying the grammar in their lives.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, now, teacher, honestly, this is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. Drill 1, drill 2, drill 3. Honestly, teachers, a common teacher, a Kool-Aid teacher, which one does and which one doesn't do? Yes, Vicky?
I think that the most common that teachers use are mechanical and semi-mechanical. It's more complicated to use critical thinking because I think that teachers are used to follow a book or follow just structure things that we have to teach.
Exactly. A normal teacher, not normal, a common and Kool-Aid teacher will do drill number 1 and drill number 2 because those are the easiest.
Or maybe because it's the way that we learn. And
Can
we
you elaborate
repeat it.
more on that?
Sometimes I have, honestly, I do it because it's the way that I learn. So I repeat the same, but now I know that is not correct.
What would happen if we only stick with these two, Mariana? What would happen to your student if he only repeats, and repeats?
Well, maybe they won't understand very well, or maybe they are going to know only to the test, and then they will forget it.
Let me paraphrase the question, Mariana. What would happen to this student when he talks to a native speaker?
He won't know.
Exactly. He won't. He needs to think and apply whatever you're teaching in their lives.
I just said at the beginning of the class, I can read and I can listen, but I can talk.
Exactly. Very good. So far, so good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a question. Like for critical thinking, most of the times when you tell your students to create a sentence or make an essay, they take so long because, I mean, they are thinking. So, and there is silence. What can we do with that silence? Because, I mean, as teacher, you know they are thinking, so that's okay if there is silence. But to other students not to feel like uncomfortable, what do we do?
Not feel awkward? Awkward silence? Okay, that has to do with multiple intelligences, Julieta. Actually, we have a whole class in about 3 weeks about multiple intelligences. I'll give you a hint or a little bit of information. Everyone is intelligent, yes or no? Well, you know, the majority is intelligent, okay? But we are different. Example, Alondra, do you like English or math?
English.
Okay, so you don't like math?
Not so much.
Okay, that means that you're stupid?
No.
No, stupid is different, okay? So my point being, Julieta, some people need to be listening to noise, and I think you're one of those. They need to listen to some noise to concentrate. Myself, if I go camping, I go crazy. Silence for me, it's bad. I have to sleep with the TV on. Some of you, like my wife, and I'm sorry about her, she needs to have everything in silence to sleep. That's because we're different. My point being, when we touch that class, Juliet, pay attention to that and then know your students. You need to know your students to find a balance in what to do and what not to do according to their intelligences. And that has to do with we changing a way of thinking, you know. 50, 40 years ago, it was very mind controlled, the classes, remember? Hasta en las primarias viejas tienen las butacas y luego tienen una plataforma para el maestro, ¿sí o no?
Yes.
That's mind controlling, that's superior. That's gone. ¿Cómo se llama? Si lo pueden ir leyendo, ahorita se los mando, yo lo tengo por ahí, se llama Howard Gardner, el autor del Multiple Intelligences, back in the 80s. And he said that everyone is intelligent, it's just different. Okay?
Yes.
But wait until we discuss that more in detail. Yeah? Juliet, did I answer your question? Cool, thank you. All right, so after we've done this, we have a follow-up in the consolidation. Can you read what it says here is where? Read it, Alberto.
Follow-up consolidation. Here is where our students apply whatever we have taught them.
Okay, in this part, remember that we discussed and we said that it's very important to have an evaluation?
Yes.
This is the part where actually we need to have the evaluation. A role play, a game, an interview, class presentation, whatever it is, just to make sure the students actually got the point or not. Okay, so far so good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do then an activity. Okay, before that, even though the organization of a lesson plan usually varies according to the level and scope of the course, it is important to integrate all 4 skills. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. In order to enhance our students' understanding and acquisition of the language. Remember, I hear, Patty?
I forget.
I hear, I forget.
Very good. I see, Erica?
I remember.
I do, Gabby?
I understand.
Good. And if I understand, what happens, Andrea?
I learn.
Excellent.
I learn.
Excellent. This here, my dear future teachers, this here is the scope and the core of language teaching. If a student only hears, he will forget. If he sees, he will remember. But he understands, he actually will be speaking English when he finishes the course. In order to understand, teachers need to plan following the stages to the, end their classes. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Let's have an activity done. Beatriz, mecánica. Thank you, Beatriz, for sharing. I just read your comments. Very, very nice comments. Okay, so I'm going to divide the class into pairs. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah, no, Lennox no, ¿verdad? Okay, so it's 20. Let me see. 1, no. Sería... Good. I'm going to Patty and Grace. Patty, okay. Luego Chema and Ivan. Chema, Ivan, good. Then Beatriz and Alberto. Luego Anaí and Mariana. Ay, ¿qué dice? Anaís and Mariana. Anaí and Mariana. Good. Then Gaby and Rosario.
Rosario is gone now?
She's here, but she must be in a phone or something. Andrea and Carelli. Andrea Carelli, good. Luego Erika and Alondra. Luego Vicky and Carmen. Carmen. Just kidding. Bad joke. Roberto, are you here?
I'm here.
Bien, Roberto and Nancy. Roberto. Ay. Nancy, good. Y finally, Liliana and Cindy. Good. Okay, so what are we going to do? I'm going to be sending you to the chat a screenshot of a PDF of the scope and sequence of a book. Okay? In other words, the topic and the grammar that you're going to be teaching in 60 minutes. In pairs, you're going to develop a lesson plan with the 4 stages and the timing and the activities according to what I'm just going to be sending you in the WhatsApp. ¿Sí está bien? What are we going to do, Nancy?
Develop a teacher plan.
Good. According to what I'm just going to be sending you. Now, okay. I don't need the whole choro. Solamente así, warm up, for example, warm up, 5 minutes, elicit activities about, tan. Vocabulary, 8 minutes, 5 new words, tan, 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 tan. Okay? All right, you have 12 minutes. I'm opening the rooms, just accept. Andrea, you need to accept the invitation to join. Cindy, you need to accept the invitation to join.